So there's been a lot of announcements of games coming in late 2024 and several for 2025, and a lot of these just so happen to be RPGs. And being such an avid fan of the genre, I wanted to make a video about some of my most anticipated RPGs. And we did just recently make a video about the ones I dropped, so let's do the opposite now. This list will be covering both big budget titles that were announced at things like Directs, and of course a couple smaller indie titles I found through friends. With that said, let's get into it. I think we're going to start off nice and strong with this video by talking about my single most hyped game on the list, and that is Mario and Luigi Brothership. I have been a massive fan of the Mario and Luigi franchise since I was a kid, and why wouldn't I be? They were funny, looked great, had a plethora of unique protags and antagonists, and had one of the most fun and interesting battle systems I've ever seen from a turn-based RPG. But after the 3DS era caused the studio behind their games, Alpha Dream, to go bankrupt, I assumed that was the end. Until a Direct opened up and the first fucking thing we saw was a new Mario and Luigi game. And God was I hyped. Not only did its new art style look absolutely incredible, feeling like a genuine evolution of the 3DS era, but the gameplay looked just as engaging and snappy as ever, especially the new Bros attacks. That stuff looked super creative. Honestly, it just makes me so happy to see Mario and Luigi getting another chance in the limelight again. I'm really hoping it sells well to show how much me and many other Mario RPG fans want this series back. And with the first one down, on to the next. Yeah, honestly, I feel like everyone in their JRPG mothers are excited for this particular title, and for very, very good reason. Not only has basically everything they've shown of Metaphor Reantaso looked absolutely incredible, from the new gameplay that's very similar to Trails Through Daybreak, which is yet another fantastic JRPG that you should play, to things like bonding and my sweet, succulent job systems, to its incredible looking graphics and sense of pure, one-of-a-kind style that Atlus has always been a master at. There is a lot to be excited for. But those aren't the only reasons many of us are as interested in this title as we are. The other reason is that, for the first time in seemingly years, Atlus has finally put out a new IP. This isn't a new SMT, this isn't a spin-off, this isn't another milked franchise looking at you, Persona 5. It's an all-new, shiny IP. And god damn do I want to get my hands on it as fast as humanly possible. October cannot come quick enough for this beauty. Well then, Sparking Zero. Oh, and speaking of trails. Okay, so for this part, I simply just decided to lump all three of these into one single choice, as since all of them are on the same level of hype for me. And also, I didn't want this list to just have 3 games all from the same series. I wanted to give a little bit of breathing room to the others. It's no secret that on this channel, I have become a very big fan of the Trails franchise. I've only spent the better part of a year beating and reviewing each title so I could play Daybreak on the day of release, and that actually just dropped. Go check that review out. And I was even pretty excited for Daybreak 2, despite how divisive the game seems to be among fans. So imagine my excitement when I hear that not only is the sequel getting translated soon, but its third entry is also going to be dropping in a few months. And then we got the reveal of a Sky 1 remake being in the works. And ooh boy, do they all look good as hell. And even better is that all of them are coming in 2025 at the latest. So I'ma be feasting that year. You know, it's times like these that make me really happy I decided to get on top of the Trails bandwagon and travel it with everyone else. It's a franchise that genuinely makes me feel truly rewarded with stuff like this. Maybe I should double dip and give the Yeast series a try since they seem so great. Speaking of Yeast, so I'm someone who's basically completely blind to the entire series of Yeast. I'm not really much of a Yeast guy, I guess you could say. Not in the sense of, I hate the series or even mildly dislike it. But I just have far less experience with the series itself than with something like Trails. I've played a bit of Yeast 8, and I've been gifted Yeast Origins, which I have yet to start. I need to find some time to play that. But after seeing Yeast Nordics, ooh baby am I tempted to jump into this little franchise. Because holy fuck does this scream my kind of series. The trailers alone already have this kind of intense high energy feel to them that just screams boundless adventure. Like, just watching the trailers alone got me hyped. But then I saw the gameplay. Ooh, the gameplay. I nearly busted at the gameplay. So fast and fluid, and above all else, it looked fun as fuck. I genuinely cannot wait. But I think a better question I should be asking myself is, should I make this my first true Yeast game? Go back and beat Yeast 8? Or should I try out that one other Yeast remake instead? Decisions. Yes, a DLC is on my anticipated games list. And while some may say that's a bit of a cop-out and DLCs aren't really games, you know, they gotta be that guy, I simply have to say, fuck it! Throes of the Watchmaker looks awesome. I loved Sea of Stars when I played it, even if I did end up having some issues with the game overall. And learning that it's not only getting DLC that looks like it's gonna be a blast to play through, with a new character and some goofy looking new villains, plus the all-new battle combat system utilizing things like Juggler and I think it was Acrobat? I don't remember. I actually do, I'm just kidding, I've already watched the trailer 10 times. But the reveal that it's going to be free was such a fantastic add-on. This DLC looks super fun, and it makes me want to do an entire replay of Sea of Stars to hype myself up. Well, this time I may get it on PC, but that's gonna cost me. Anyone wanna gift me in on Steam? I'll be your bestest buddy in the whole wide world. You know, I wasn't exactly expecting to see a new Altier mainline game so soon, considering that not only was Ryza 3 just last year, but they even announced that one free-to-play title like, what, less than a year ago? But here we are, the new title, and it honestly looks fantastic. The series not only got itself a massive facelift, probably thanks to the positive reception that the Ryza trilogy brought to the table, but the gameplay seems entirely different too. There's hasn't really been a whole lot shown off as the time of me writing this script, but from what I've seen, it looks a lot more action-oriented and less on the turn-based side, or the action time battles from Ryza. In that case, I'm pretty excited, as I love when franchises try new things with their gameplay. Really interested to see what else they will announce for it. Plus, we got Alchemy on motorcycles, and who can't be excited for that? So I haven't exactly brought it up all that much, but recently I've gotten into a series called Golden Sun. I had asked about the series on Twitter a while back, and through the persuasion of a friend and fellow content creator by the name of Genma the Samurai, go check him out, he makes really good content, I decided to give them a shot, and I've pretty much fallen in love with the series. I'm about halfway through Lost Age as of this video. I'm collecting the Tridents, that's where I am. I don't know how far into the game that is, so don't hold that to me. And when my friend Mondanji, yes, there's a lot of friends in this one, learned of my newfound Golden Sun love, he recommended to me a demo of a game called Elements Destiny, a German-developed RPG that wears its inspiration to Golden Sun on its sleeve. And it's pretty good so far. And while the in-game battle art isn't really all that impressive after a replay of the demo, I do think the overworld looks absolutely fantastic, and the combat itself was fun and engaging. And while I'm not totally sure what the story is going for, I'm interested in what I've seen so far, and I want to see what the rest brings to the table. Here's hoping it's able to meet my expectations in the long run. So, I'm not totally certain if this game will be released or not by the time I have this script writing, but if by some miracle it isn't, I want to say I'm genuinely excited for Reantaso. It's an action RPG that takes a lot of inspiration from games like Kingdom Hearts, aka my favorite series of all time, and even has special side quests dedicated to The World Ends With You, aka my favorite game of all time. Well, Neo, but hey, those are still part of the same world, and Neo The World Ends With You was fucking awesome. How could I not be excited? Yeah, the game's graphics certainly aren't anything to write home about, but holy fuck is the gameplay amazing, especially after the demo I had played. I'm here hoping the rest of the title will be just as solid as the little bit of the demo we got to play. Although I guess I'll know soon enough. Oh, and since I brought up Kingdom Hearts, yes, of course this was going to be on the list. Despite the fact that the only things we have for this game right now are through minor interviews and like one trailer from nearly 2 years ago, and which was pre-rendered by the way, there was no massive amounts of gameplay in there outside of maybe a 1 10-second area. We have seen almost nothing else of this game, and yet I am still so excited for Kingdom Hearts 4, and I cannot wait to learn more about this game so I can get another game for my favorite series of all time. What? What was that? Oh, they announced that it was going to be a reset? Oh shit, that's actually fucking rad. Alright, cover me more excited now. I can only hope that all of my hype and these new interviews means that more trailers will hopefully appear one day. Maybe at the Tokyo Game Show? So in order to end this video, I wanted to end it on probably my second most anticipated game, next to Mario and Luigi Brothership. And that is the dark fantasy turn-based RPG, Expedition 33. Now, out of everything I was expecting to see at an Xbox showcase, this bad boy was definitely not one of them, and it got me hooked in literal milliseconds. Everything looks absolutely incredible. Its graphics, its monster design, and most importantly of all, its gameplay, as I love that it seems to be a mix of turn-based and then adding in button prompts for more damage. That's always been a favorite of mine in turn-based RPGs. And with more and more info being given to us day by day, it's telling me we're going to be setting up for something truly special. Hell, every trailer I see of this game, I just end up more excited. Here's hoping the team behind it all delivers on all fronts. Well, with all of that said, we're finally at the end of the video. You know, I had always wanted to make a video like this, and with so many games finally getting release dates and coming out soon, I'm glad I finally got a chance to do something like it. And I really hope all these games will be as amazing as I hope they are. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you liked what you saw here, do me a favor and drop a like and a sub down below. And are there any RPGs you're excited for? If so, let me know in the comments down there. Have a great day, folks, and I'll see you next time for more RPG content.